All right, welcome to this tutorial. We're going to talk about outcomes. Now, outcomes can be created at a couple of different places, and it's important to remember that depending on where they're created, different people will have access to those outcomes. Now, the graphics aren't that great on this little picture, but hopefully this will help explain it. So, depending on how Canvas is licensed, you might have it available throughout your entire district or university. Then you could have different sub-accounts for each school, department, and then each department may have courses listed individually. And if an outcome is something that is school-wide and everyone is going to be working toward that outcome, you might have that created at the district level, and then everyone down in the sub-accounts below the district will be able to see that same outcome. So you can see I've got 1A here at the district level. You can see that outcome at the school level, at the department level, and also at the course level. But if I create something at the school level, only this school and the departments and courses that are within that school will be able to see that as well. Now, as individual instructors, if you create something on the course level, that would be the D level outcomes here in this graphic, only your course will have access to that. So if you have some outcomes that maybe are across courses, you might want to see if it's possible to have those created at the department or at the school level so that you don't have to recreate them for every course. Also, as far as data collection, creating those courses, creating the outcomes at the highest level possible will allow you to collect more data. So administrators might want those outcomes to be created at the district or at the school or department level. I just wanted to give you a little bit of that background information so you understand. For the purpose of this course, though, we will just be creating course level outcomes. I will be demonstrating a little bit how it works, though, if they've been created at a higher level than the course. So when you're ready to start your outcomes and outcome groups, you need to click on the course and then click on the outcomes button that's over on the left. And you'll see that I've already created an outcome group. That's this gray group. And then I've got some individual outcomes created already. You can create these in any order. It doesn't matter whether you create a group first or an outcome first. You can always drop and drag them later. So if there's something under, this is just a group is just identifying a group of outcomes that might be used together. So let's go ahead and just start by creating a new group. So I'm going to go up to the top right and click Add Outcome Group, and it automatically adds it to the bottom. And I'm just going to call this Test Outcome because I'm not actually going to write anything. And then you can add your text here. I know that's a very clever outcome right there. And then Update Outcome Group. Okay, great. Now I want to add an outcome that is related to this group. I can do a couple of different things. I can go up again to the top right and click Add Learning Outcome, or when I hover over the gray box, and I just realized that I spelled outcome incorrectly, so I'm going to click Edit and fix that first. Then I can click on this green button here to add an outcome. And notice that it just drops it right down below. So the outcome itself is where things can get very powerful. This can just be a short description. And now in the longer description, I can add as much information as I want. And here I add the criterion rating. And this can be used in a rubric later. I don't have to, but it allows me to collect data based on assignments that I attach the rubric to. And I can change this. I can edit these. If we're dealing with elementary students, I might want to say, well done, you did it, and maybe try again. Now I can go on and make these as long as I want. I can also adjust the point value for each of these. And then I can set a threshold as well. I can say, well, we will consider that a student has met competency in this outcome when they meet this many points out of the total possible. Now the rubric has to be, or excuse me, the criterion rating has to be points related. That's the only way. If I want more than 3, I can click on this add rating and I can add another level. And you can see that it automatically added a point. It kind of figured out what my pattern was. And now I can say as long as they get 2 out of 3 points, then they have satisfied what they need to do for this outcome. As soon as I'm done editing all of that, I just click Update Learning Outcome, and you can see that I've got this outcome underneath the outcome group. So when you go to Add Outcomes, you just need to make sure that you click on the Outcome tab on the left, and then you can add a group and you can add a learning outcome. Now let me just demonstrate real quickly why it can be really powerful if you have outcomes created on the school level or on the department level or a level above the course level. I've got this little magnifying glass with Find Learning Outcome, and if I click on that, now I can find all of the outcomes that have been created at a level above mine. I went ahead and created a few ahead of time, and if I just select these outcomes, it now adds them into the course, and now these outcomes are available for me to use within the course area. So having those created ahead of time, especially if it's like science department or math department, if there are outcomes that everyone in the department is going to be using, it might make sense to create those outcomes at the department level rather than at the course level. So if you have any questions about outcomes, give me a call, and for sure watch the next tutorial on rubrics, and then you get to create them in the test course. Thanks so much. We'll see you in class.